This one is quite simple. We're just going to sing, I release the past and allow the healing power of love into my life. I release the past and allow the healing power of love into my life. Would you sing that with me? I release the past and allow the healing power of love into my life. Joy. I release the past and allow the healing power of joy into my life. Peace. I release the past and allow the healing power of peace into my life. God, I release the past and allow the healing power of God into my life. Love. I release the past and allow the healing power of love into my life.
I release the past beliefs, ideas, beliefs, attitudes, angers, stories to heal my life. This time I invite you to take a moment, settle into your seat, maybe plant your feet on the floor, close your eyes if it's comfortable. Just become aware of your breath. With a deep breath in, feel yourself filling with peace, with joy. Feel yourself filling with love. With a gentle exhalation, we release any tension or concerns, and let's breathe in again deeply and fully, knowing that in this moment, we are safe. We are supported. I am safe. I am supported. As you center yourself, I invite you to turn your attention inward. Come to that sacred space of your heart. Here within you is the Christ. The Christ presence, a radiant, creative power. Here is your divine essence. The creative potential of all inside you. This divine essence, this presence is always guiding you towards truth, towards love, towards infinite good. In the words of Charles Fillmore, the Christ mind is the higher self of every individual and is potential in all humankind. This Christ is the highest part of you, the greatest part of you. And I now, in this moment, invite you to turn to this higher self, your indwelling Christ. Allow it to gently illuminate your thoughts, your beliefs, your attitudes. Let's rest in this divine light. And while we do so, let's ask. Let's take up that divine idea of curiosity and ask, what within me is ready to be released? What within me is ready to be released? What thoughts, beliefs, or attitudes, what stories no longer serve my highest good? With curiosity, what within me is ready to be released? What is ready to fall away so I may more fully express my creative power and channel good into my life? What within me is ready to be released? I invite you to breathe now and let the answers to this question arise naturally without judgment. Let them arise from this still space within, not an answer of the intellect, but an answer from the highest and best of who you are, that individualized spark of divine potential. Perhaps it's a fear, a limiting belief, an old hurt, a pattern of behavior. Allow the Christ presence in you. Trust the Christ presence within you to reveal what is ready to be released. Myrtle Fillmore reminds us we are here to let go of old thoughts and beliefs and align ourselves with the truth that sets us free. Let that truth settle into your being now. And when you feel ready, I invite you to open your eyes and take that flash paper in your hands and write down the word or the phrase. Quickly sketch a picture, something that represents what you are releasing. And know that as you release this to Spirit, you are making space for the infinite good that is already seeking to express itself through you. Release. So we can sit in the silence as long as you like, but when you're ready, you've written down that word or that phrase or those words or phrases, that which is signaling to your subconscious, I release this, which is ready to go from my consciousness. When you're ready, come forward and toss it into the fire. And then grab your card. We'll have some music, and once everyone's done this, we'll move on with our service. I release this to spirit. I am free and I am whole. I release this to spirit. I am free and I am whole. Our final E for the year as you bring yourselves into this present moment, to this space where we're all gathered in spirit. It's the final Sunday where I had to name something with an E. And for the first time ever, I had like 7 things I wanted to call this talk. Y'all don't need to see 2 of me. I got to change this. Whew. There is too much of a good thing. Well, where is it? Engineering goodness. Engineering goodness. We have some engineers in here, right? So, electrical engineers. My father was a value process engineer. Do y'all know what that means? I didn't either. He would work on an assembly line, and he would tell each place on the assembly line how long they had to put this bolt through this hole and put this nut on that bolt before it had to move on down the line. Doesn't that sound exciting? I thought that was my hair going up. Hey, Nick. I told Nick to come on out when he was ready because he was keeping the cameras going. Thank you, Nick. Value process engineering. We get to engineer our lives. We get to be creative in how we experience our life by what we place our value in. By what we focus our faith in, because as we know, we all have faith. Everyone has faith in something. And it may be faith in themselves. It may be faith in lack and limitation. It may be faith in everything's going to go wrong. Murphy's Law. You know people like that? They walk around with a dark cloud. I think I've told y'all that story, that was me when I was younger. Like I was working a job, and the manager of the restaurant looked at me one time. I mean, this was college, and said, "Todd, you were the most negative person I know." And I got to tell y'all, that was a wake-up call. That I had some thoughts, some beliefs, some ideas that were not divine. That I had some attitudes that needed to be changed. Now, let me tell y'all, if I can do it, you can too. One of the things I decided I needed to release was this idea that everything has to be perfect. That's exhausting, y'all. If it wasn't perfect, in my life, even way back then, if it wasn't perfect, well, then that was season and reason enough to be negative. Because I was mad at myself because I didn't do better. Y'all judge yourselves any? Maybe? Just me? Okay. So we get to engineer our goodness. Now we know in spirit, we know from our scriptures, from the words of our way shower, that really in spirit it's all good. But now here, Playground Planet Earth, there is a lot that I cannot call good out there. But in here, in my consciousness, I get to choose my experience, and I can engineer it as good. Because, there's story after story after story in our scriptures, both the Hebrew and the Christian scriptures, of terrible things happening, right? One of my favorite is Joseph's brothers sell him into slavery. And he says, you meant it for evil, but God meant it for good. Right? Moses His mother has to put him in a basket and send him down the river because the king has said everybody's got to be killed. That wasn't good. And then Moses is the one that led everyone to the promised land. At some point, the angels come to Sodom and Gomorrah and they're like, you've got to take your family and get out of town. And Lot's like, okay. And they're like, now, hey, listen up, everybody. Don't look back. Remember that part? Lot's wife, she looked back. Do you remember what happened to her? Turned into a pillar of salt. What could that mean? The divine feminine looking back into the past and becoming frozen and bitter. And today we release the past, the attachment to stories, the attachment to beliefs, ideas, attitudes, old hurts. So that no matter what happens out here, what is happening in here is good. Is good. That does not draw us away from the truth of our joy. We talked about joy last week, right? Joy is knowing that we are one with the one. It is the presence of the Spirit in us. And no matter what our emotional state, we can be filled with the feeling of joy because we know we are one with the one. We are individualized expressions of divine mind coming forth to be love, to be peace. And it all depends on what you put your faith in. You're going to put your faith in something out here, or put your faith in the truth within. That still small voice that's even now saying to you, give this thing up. It's ready to go. That's why we went within, because intellectually we can say, well, I'm ready to make this change. I'm ready to give up chocolate meringue pie until one of y'all brings it to the potluck. I hope there's one out there, but really any chocolate pie will do. Right? Have you ever intellectually decided, yeah, I'm ready for this, but then really, are you? That's why we went to Spirit. We went to headquarters. That's what Charles Fillmore called it. Headquarters, where we know that we know, and it's delivered not from our intellect, not this personality, but the individualized expression of good within you. Individualized expression of good in you. Why do we want the good? Why do we want the good in us? Why do we want to live from that? Y'all been paying attention this year? Because see, the truth is, this is one of our scriptures, but I tell you, unless your goodness exceed that of the scribes and Pharisees, you will never get into the kingdom of heaven. If we can't create that goodness in us, despite anything that happens out here in Playground Planet Earth, we have to be in this goodness so that we can have the kingdom of heaven, that we can live in the kingdom of heaven. And the kingdom of heaven is simply that there is an unlimited substance available to support your presence of life, your experience of life. Ernest Holmes told us that life is consciousness. Even went so far to say that there is only one life, God's life, and I am living it now. Did you know that, Katie? There is only one life, God's life, and you are living it now. Does that take some pressure off? Takes a little pressure off of me being perfect all the time. Thank God for Club Soda, because I got something all over my shirt at breakfast today, but y'all can't see it. I was going to have to go home and change clothes. But there is a solution for every human need. in divine mind, to come forth into this manifest existence if we are open and ready to receive. And being open and ready to receive means that we are joyful, that we have the feeling of joy, that there is only one life, God's life. And I'm living it now. And we get to engineer that. We get to engineer that. This is from a book called The Supernatural by Lyman Abbott. It was printed in the late 1800s. God is in all of nature. All its forces are the forces of God. All its laws are the methods of God. All the activities are the activities of God. And in human nature, the laws of God are the beatific influences which proceed from God. The spiritual forces projected from God are the rays from the sun, and which vivify the hearts of those who receive them. Vivify our faculty of zeal. That which makes us jump up out of bed and go, yes, I am filled with joy, and I look forward to doing whatever is mine to do this day, as directed from that individualized expression within. Not just the personality or the to-do list. Does any of you have a to-do list from your boss, your spouse, maybe? Those things have to get done too. Right? There's Jack Kornfield wrote a book. First enlightenment, then the laundry. Because we are fully divine in potential. And we are fully human in expression. So we still have to do the stuff. So we get to engineer goodness in our lives by valuing, by understanding what our values are. And then by directing our thoughts and ideas in that direction. And if you value prosperity, then you cannot put your faith in lack or limitation. Does this make sense? So those of you that are joining us at home, grab a pen and a piece of paper if you haven't done that yet, because I'm going to invite you to write yourself a letter now. Here in the sanctuary, you're going to write yourself a card. We're going to have another brief meditation, and then you're going to write for a few minutes. Not your personality writing, but your highest and best self. The Christ within. You're going to open yourself up. We'll do that through a meditation. And then I'll give you some more instructions today. But to lead us into that quiet space, I think Deidrey has another song for us. Deidrey?
Bring it on, everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I am through crying, I am through waiting, I am through against all hope. I'm through longing for something gone that will never return. I think I finally learned. So bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new.
Everything new. Thank you, Deidrey. I invite you to take a moment again to close your eyes if that's comfortable. Relax into your seat and just become aware of your breath. We turn again to that divine presence within, that individualized spark of life's creative energy, the Christ. So some of us in our personality might be thinking, I don't know what you mean by this. And so what I ask is that you just with curiosity ask this question. Ask yourself, what is my innermost, truest self want me to know about my divine potential? What does my highest self want me to know about this coming year? What does my highest self affirm for me? What message would the Christ of my being have me know in this perfect moment of now? What is that message? What is that truth? What is going to be divinely ordered to show up again in my life at the right and perfect moment that I need to be reminded that I am one with the one? So just take a moment and breathe and allow this truth to bubble up in you. And when you're ready, open your eyes and allow that life energy, that creative spark of the divine to take hold of your physical body and write without judgment. There are no points for grammar and spelling. We don't have to be perfect. We have to be authentic and true to the truth of who we are. Everything new. Whenever you're ready, open your eyes and write a letter from your highest and best self. take all the time you need to complete this letter. But when you're done, I invite you to put your card into an envelope and address it to yourself. And then when you're ready, you can walk up here and just drop it in this box. And then you can return to your seat whenever you're ready. Can we keep playing some music, Deidrey? Your mailing address, if you have a question, your mailing address. Those of you that are at home, you can put your letter in a self-addressed envelope and then mail that to the church. And I'll give you that address later. Spark of life's creative energy. Christ.
I wanted to see how the volume was on YouTube, Facebook.
I know that we still have a few people that are writing letters. But I'm going to ask you to pause for just a moment and go back to that still, quiet place inside. As we settle into the stillness of this moment one more time, I want you to allow your breath to guide you inward once again to the sanctuary of your heart. You are surrounded by love. You are the light. This creative energy of life has been here supporting you each and every day. in every moment, in every decision about what thought, what idea, what belief to hold on to what story to believe. And so we ask now that we bring our attention to this presence to guide us to renewal and to revelation. This is our white stone ceremony. Eric Butterworth tells us the goal of life is not to attain some degree of spiritual awareness, but to release the imprisoned splendor within. To release the imprisoned splendor within. So in this last piece of our ceremony today, I invite you to bring your awareness to Spirit's guidance once again. Myrtle Fillmore wrote, God's power is working in us, freeing us, guiding us, and lifting us to a higher state of being. Again, with curiosity, reflect on these questions. What name or word or quality does Spirit wish to reveal to me for this new chapter of my life? What divine attribute is seeing expression through me in the days ahead? How am I being called to show up in the world as my highest self? Again, what name, word, or quality does Spirit wish to reveal to me for this new chapter of my life? What divine attribute is seeking expression through me in the days ahead? How am I being called to show up in the world as my highest self? Breathe deeply and listen. Put your faith in the truth that the answer to this question is already within you, ready to emerge. You may hear a word or see an image, feel a sensation, or simply know what is being revealed. You don't have to force this. You don't have to rush this. Spirit speaks in perfect timing. As the answer arises, let it rest gently in your awareness. Hold on to it with gratitude as the gift it is. Experience the illumination it brings to your life. And then whenever you are ready, come forward. And here on the table on the left are stones and markers where you can create a white stone to remind you. What is Spirit saying to you now? What is Spirit inviting you to express? So when you're ready, bring your awareness back to this time and space. Those of you that are home, Write this word in big letters on a piece of paper and hang it someplace in the house where you can see it. Take a walk and find the perfect stone that you can write your word on. Turn it into a piece of artwork. Find a way to write this down and use it as a way to remember. So when you're ready, you can come and do that. If you've not yet finished your card, you can also work on that. And perhaps we'll have some music while we do this. For those of you that are here in our sanctuary, When we get done with today's service, before we move into our potluck, there are some more stones and some more cards. If you know of someone that would want to do this service, they can watch it online later on and have all the utensils they need. Some people are really love these stones. These and someone asked while you were going through the line. These stones are from a quarry in Jerusalem. So these are Jerusalem stones. And this will be, when we run out of what we have now, we will not be able to purchase them anymore because the person that sources them and has been doing so for 80 years has decided to close their business. So it's sacred. Of course, everything is sacred now, isn't it? Engineering goodness. First thing we have to make sure that we give up is this idea that good is the opposite of evil. That there is an equal and opposing force to the goodness of God. Right? You know, if you know where you're visiting, we don't have a devil. I found this. This is a quote from a talk that Eric Butterworth gave, and it was just too beautiful a story to not share. The old idea of goodness was that the old idea of goodness was that which resisted badness, evil, and the devil. I love the story of the woman on a shopping spree. Her young husband, whose business was struggling, lack and limitation, warned, "Now, please don't buy anything today. If you see anything that you feel you want, just tell the devil, 'Get thee behind me.'" So she went off to window shop. When her husband returned home from work, she reported buying a wonderful new dress. He was most upset and asked, "What made you do it?" And she replied, "I just couldn't help myself, dear. The devil tempted me." He reminded her, "But I told you to say, 'Get thee behind me, Satan.'" "I did," she said. And he whispered over my shoulder, "My dear, it fits perfectly in the back, too." Whatever we focus our faith on, whatever we value in our life, shapes our experience of life. Give up old ideas that the devil made me do it. Take responsibility for your life. Take responsibility for your experience of good. Take responsibility that living in the kingdom of God is your choice to make with every decision you make. Every decision you make. Because whatever is happening out here, so much of it is beyond our control. And no matter what it looks like and how it feels at the time emotionally, we can always stand back and say, God meant it for good. Because if we turn around and stare at it, we turn frozen to a pillar of salt. The choice is ours to make every single day. But luckily, you have a divine creative power inside of you, unlimited in potential. Yes?
Yes.
Thanks for coming today and saying yes to Spirit. And thanks for letting me share today. And so it is. Deidrey, what's our closing? What's our song today? Not our closing song. Do we have a
Okay.
song now? Yeah, okay.
Yes, we do. We do. And so I will do this one called I Am Free. It's a song that I wrote many years ago.
Not yet.
But
This
it
isn't
just-
the end.
I missed what you said. I apologize.
Just sing a beautiful song.
Okay. This one is called I Am Free. I'm grateful to have learned the truth. I've listened to the words my heart has spoken. Divinely blessed and guided, I no longer search fulfillment from excuses with no purpose. I am free, free from all the shackles that surround me, free to choose to give my life new meaning, free to change to love, unfold my destiny. I am free. I lift the veils that shadowed me. I see the love and beauty that abounds me. No longer cling to thoughts that I thought protected me. I've braved it all, and now I live with purpose. I am free, free from all the shackles that surround me, free to choose to give my life new meaning, free to change to love, unfold my destiny. I am free. I bless my past mistakes. Bless all the scars they've made. I bless them all, the lessons learned, they brought me where I am today. I am free, free from all the shackles that surround me, free to choose to give my life new meaning, free to change to love, unfold my destiny. Oh, I am free, free from all the shackles that surround me, free to give my life new meaning, free to change to love, unfold my destiny. I am free. I am so